This is Sharika Rogers. I'm on live with
Well, hi everybody. I'm Maggie, and I'm the owner of Maggie's Favorite Coffee and Bake Shop. We are located in Oakland Park. Our exact address is 830 East Oakland Park Boulevard, Suite 101. We have been here for exactly a year now. We serve breakfast and lunch at the coffee shop. We're open to 5 o'clock every day. We have amazing crepes that we make, Eastern European style, and great sandwiches, as Jory said. Besides that, when you walk in, a big showcase of pastries and desserts welcomes you, so you can try any of that. I bake all the desserts in house, and we also make custom cakes for any occasions, as well as renting the space out when we are not open. So if you need any more information, you can check our website. That's www.maggiesfavorite.com. And we expect to see you here. I want to thank you for the opportunity to introduce myself. Yeah, it's the place to be. It's the new jam. So hope to see you soon. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Maggie.
Thanks,
so I wanted to
Maggie.
introduce Maggie to you guys because we are using her shop today for our Facebook Live with my friend Joey Kosinski. Please, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a hashtag live if you are live right now. And if you're watching later on afterwards the broadcast, just give me a hashtag replay. I just want to make sure that you guys are hearing me because we're using microphones that I've never used before. And we're in a shop where there's music. So give me a hashtag live, give me hashtag something that to just let me know that you guys
usually when I go in front of a group, I take the microphone and I go blow into it, and then the echo goes through the whole room, and then everybody can hear. We know everybody can hear me. You have to know my humor.
Yes, this, my friends, is Joey Kosinski. Not this. This gentleman right here is Joey Kosinski. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes. Okay. And I'll tell you who I am.
Okay,
I
awesome.
am me. Joey Kosinski. I'm with First International Title Company. We are throughout the state of Florida. We have 35, 36 offices, give or take a few. Very personalized service. I'm in Southeast Florida, and I do the business development for First International Title. And I love it. Our company just has so much to offer. We have classes. All of our classes are free.
Wait a second. My mother says no
somebody
sound.
Said we can't.
Okay. Maybe we'll have to do this over. I don't know why there's no sound. Maybe I just have to. But this is not good.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Post-it notes.
Well, let me see. Tell me if you can hear. Tell me if you can hear me. No, mommy. Quickly, please, because I don't want to, keep on here for too long. But let me know if you can hear me. If not, we're gonna have to invite Maggie to come back. Yeah, that's mommy. Let me know if you can hear, please. We are live on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and we just want to use the opportunity to introduce Joey so that he can talk to you guys about title, because we realize that when we're doing real estate, buying and selling homes, not many people know what title refers to. So I thought it would be important to have Joey come join me today to talk to you guys about it. So please let me know if you can hear me before I go any further.
Yeah, because we will talk. I will talk. And if you can hear me, title insurance is something that people do not know. I heard a little, so maybe.
Well, no, that was
Okay.
Anybody who's on here. I see there are 3 people who are watching, so we have 3 people here. Can one of you guys please tell me if you can hear us? Please. Anybody, somebody. While we're doing that though, while I'm waiting, don't forget that on February 25, it's a Sunday, we will be hosting our workshop. This is your trusted team, and as you can see, my friend Joey is right here.
It's me on a good day.
Okay, Sandrine says she can hear us. Can you hear us perfectly, clearly? Okay, perfectly.
Okay, beautiful.
Okay, awesome.
So we'll back up to title insurance. Title insurance is I'm going to get a little bit more into depth, but not too much detail. I'm just going to give you the basics. I like to explain things in terms that people can understand. Title insurance is very, very important for your house. I will go ahead and let you lead with the
Okay.
questions.
Sure.
Because if I got the microphone in my hand and I ain't gonna
Well, I don't know if the
stop.
microphone is working now because I unplugged this thing, but I wanted to bring Joey on because, like I said, in my experience, I've realized that not many people, including myself, before I started working in real estate, didn't quite understand the value or the importance of title or what title refers to. So, Joey is an expert in the field, and I just wanted him to come on here and talk to you guys about it. So, if you could tell me, like, what does title mean? What does title insurance refer to? And
Sure.
tell us what you do.
What is title insurance? I have no idea. I'm kidding. I love to joke around and just like to have fun. That's me, my personality. Title insurance, basically what we do for title insurance is when we get a property, we do a search on that property. We go into depth on the search to make sure that there is that the property is clear and free of any liens on the property. And what liens are, let's say for an example, somebody came in and redid the kitchen. A contractor came in, redid the kitchen, and the seller, the people that own the home, did not pay him. Well, the contractor puts a lien on the property as soon as they start working on the property.
Right.
And this lien is on the property, and they cannot sell that property until that lien is paid off. Okay. So if you're a buyer and you go into a home and say, I don't want title insurance, which brings up another question. You buy a property and you don't have title insurance and look into this, and you own that property, all of a sudden this contractor comes back and says, hey, where's the other person? Oh, you're the new owner of the home, so you're responsible for that money.
Okay.
But back to a question that you'll probably ask me later on is, is it required to have title insurance?
Yeah, is it important, or how important is it for you to get title insurance when you're buying a property?
Well, it's not required that you have title insurance, but most lenders require you to have title insurance.
Okay.
If you're buying a home for cash, some people say, well, let's skip the title insurance policy.
Right.
You're not going to find a title company that's going to close unless they go through the process. There's just way too much liability.
Okay.
We check, once again, the liens on the property. We also check municipal liens, and what I mean by municipal liens are a water bill. Make sure they're caught up on their water bill. It does not have anything to do with title insurance, but as a courtesy, we do check that.
Okay.
Hey, heads up, they owe $400 on their water bill,
right?
Just so we get that clear and free. But it has nothing to do with title insurance.
Okay, awesome, interesting. And then when you talk about, like, the buyer and the seller and so on, who chooses the title company during a sale?
Well, it depends on what county you're in. In Florida, you have Broward and Miami-Dade County, which are buyer's side, buyer's choice.
Okay.
And sometimes they'll negotiate who pays for the title.
Okay.
Of course, it has to be in the contract. When you go into different counties throughout Florida, Palm Beach County, you start going up a little bit further north.
Okay.
It's all seller's choice.
Okay.
Who pays the title.
Okay.
But it depends on which county you're in. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And then in terms of, like, the cost, because again, many people don't understand that after you have paid your down payment and you're making your payment for the house itself, that there are extra costs involved with the process. So, like, what's the cost generally for, like, a title insurance?
I think I just broke this.
Sorry. That's okay.
It didn't work.
It didn't work anyway. And this is why I love Joey, guys, because that's just him all year round.
And I owe her a microphone.
It's fine. Right. So what's the cost for it?
No, just kidding. What the cost for it? It's complicated to get into the cost,
right.
And it depends on the price of the home and where it's at. We have an amazing app. It's called First and Agent. The First and Agent app will give you all the details with the cost. It'll give you a breakdown of the cost.
Mhm.
You can contact me if you would like access or if you want to get a quote on title insurance.
Right.
You know how to do
course.
the app as well. But
Mhm.
the app is amazing because you, say a realtor, if you go in front of a house, you can take the app and let your clients know what their payment's going to be with all of the details. You
Of
plug
course.
everything in the app on your phone,
Mhm.
30 seconds to a minute,
Yeah.
and you have it.
And I love the app, guys, because like he's saying, and I think he's selling himself short and the company short, but the app is phenomenal because literally in seconds I could pull up a property and show you like what your estimated cost is going to be, and you could make a decision, an informed decision about that particular home just by that. So, Joey is going to be at our workshop in February. Phenomenal person. You see his personality,
Keep
like
going, keep going.
this is who you will be getting to speak with. And if you
That's
come
me.
to our workshop, you guys can have a meeting to talk with him, and he'll show you what the app looks like, and just what to expect from
I
it.
love to teach people.
Mhm.
It's just, especially when I have so much knowledge about it. And like I said in the beginning, when we I don't think we had the sound, but what I love about this title company is we offer our clients, our realtors, so many tools
Yeah,
to learn
they
and
do.
help you market and bring your business. And I always say your success is my
Of
success.
course, of course.
You sell, I take the contracts, and I love to work with you. You like how I put that? I'll take the
Of
contracts.
course, I know we work with you.
It is now it is buyer's decision,
Mhm.
and you're supposed to give the buyer three choices.
Right.
Everybody that I work with has 1, 2, 3. Hola, number one here.
Of course.
But then I give that special added touch. And my closings are not boring.
We were just talking about that just now.
Oh yeah, I go through the documents in terms you can understand.
And that's so important because again, this is a major purchase that somebody's making, and it's already frustrating with the money that you have to pay and the process, that the entire process. So it's really good to have someone who makes it easier at the end because it's more relaxed, and you love the conversation, and Jory's really good at that.
Yeah, and I encourage people to reach out to me when I get a contract. I encourage people to reach out to me with questions.
Of course.
If they have questions, you have my personal phone number.
Yeah.
His
His
my
number
only phone number.
His number is going across the screen, guys. You'll see it going across there. So you could always reach out to him at any time. I mean, within reason, of course.
Right, 8 o'clock at night, my phone goes on silence. And then even on the weekends, a lot of people get questions on the weekends. I'm here for you on the weekends. You can text me or call me. If I'm out on my paddleboard, I don't have my phone. Otherwise, I'm a freebie.
Joey, is title paid annually? Like how often does someone pay for title insurance?
It's a one-time payment.
Okay.
So once you pay the title insurance, and at the closing, it's on the closing statement what the policy is. And then it has all of the fees and so forth on there, which is something there are fees that you have to pay.
Right.
I won't say what I call them on here.
No, we won't.
We talked about that.
Yeah,
right?
we did.
But it's one time, and that policy is good until you sell your home.
Okay.
So if you're in that home in 20 years, somebody comes to you and says, "Hey, I'm a contractor. I redid the bathroom 20 years ago. Well, now it needs to be redone again. Hello." But then you say, "You know what? Let me put you in contact with the title company."
Right.
And then we take it from there.
Okay.
So it's not something we're like, "Oh my God, let me call on this and that." What you paid for.
So, like, what's been an experience that you've had in terms of when someone doesn't do a title search? Like, what kind of problems have come up? From that.
We do the title search, but a lot of issues that will come up with title insurance are well, number one is the municipal lien search. You have a water bill. Sometimes people got behind on their water bill and they owe $400 or $500.
Right.
Once again, it's not for us to collect for that. But we let you guys know. But back to a lien on the property, we as a title company, if we find a lien, we will reach out to them. We do all that work.
Right, and that's what you call the title search, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So You know, there's all sorts of different liens on the property. Sometimes a property's in probate.
Right. Can you talk what probate refers to?
No, actually, briefly, because I'm not an attorney, but when you buy a house, you really should have not a will. You should have a trust. And I will have a class. Not me personally. I have an attorney that does a class, and she will talk about having a trust. The importance of having a trust as opposed to a will. So things don't go into probate, and then like me, if it goes into probate, I'm dead. I don't care. It's your problem. But I still don't want.
So Jackie is asking, she says, you talked to municipal search. What happened if the property closes and later comes with a water bill? Is the actual or the previous owner responsible? What about if there was a dog on the property and they didn't renovate the dog rabbles or wibbles?
Oh, the poo?
I guess.
Okay, we'll assume the poo.
Yeah.
Jackie, could you give us a poo or something? So let's start with the first one. If the property closes and a water bill comes up, like I said, that's a municipal lien search that has nothing to do with title or liens on the property.
Okay.
But when we do that search, we send out an email to the realtors, the buyer and the seller. Hey, they owe $500 on the bill.
Okay.
And that's for the realtors to get that figured out, because that has nothing to do with title. We're just doing, as a courtesy, we're letting you know. So if it's something that's not paid afterwards, that's not a title issue. Okay. But we do let everybody know, hey, there's an open water bill, and sometimes you do get stuck between the cycle of the water bill. And we've had buyers call us up and say, hey, we just got an extra 20 some odd dollars on our water bill. Right. And we'll reach out to the seller and say, hey, there's $20 in, and for the most part, they pay it. Okay. So basically it doesn't affect the sale, like the municipal search doesn't affect the sale of the property. Right. Doesn't affect the closing whatsoever. We're just letting you know. Oh, she says rabies. So it's what about if a dog was on the property and they didn't renovate? The dog has rabies shots. I'm not really sure I'm understanding that. Yeah, I'm not sure I understand. Well, if you can clarify that, let me go to the next question here from Marilyn. Is it better to have a will or a trust? A trust. Okay. Because a trust, once you pass away, everything is in black and white who is going to, and it avoids a lot of attorney fees. Okay. So when you talk to an attorney and you own a home, if you're a homeowner, you should have something. God forbid, something happens to you. That property goes into probate, and it can turn into a mess, a nightmare. Yes, and you don't want that, Okay. So it's best to have a trust. Have a trust, and I will have a class on probate. Okay. I have an attorney; she's amazing, and she'll do the class, and it's very, very interesting because she'll even talk about sometimes certain situations, and it kind of was interesting to hear all these different situations. But trust by far, Maryland. Okay, and then First International Title has a number of free classes for realtors and lenders. Joy's information is going across the screen, like I said, so just reach out to him, and he will definitely set you up with the app as well as the calendar for the classes. And they're all free. And they're all free. Virtual classes are free. Yes. I have a lot of in-person classes, and those are also free. And I also teach workshops for Title Toolbox, which is great for marketing. I like to do one-on-ones. Yes, he does. Buckle up, baby. We're going to have fun while we're doing it. Right. So are there any problems that the title search cannot find or will not reveal? I haven't come across anything that that's not revealed, because we have such an in-depth search with title, because if we miss something, we have to pay.
Okay.
That's
okay.
why you have the title insurance.
Can you repeat that?
If you miss, no, if we miss something, that's why you have a owner's policy,
Okay.
and then we take care of it.
Mhm.
And we that's our reputation. We
Okay.
don't want to miss anything, and
Right.
the people that have been working with our company, my office in Lighthouse Point,
Mhm.
they've been there for some of them 30, there's 30, 40 years.
Mhm,
I mean,
mhm.
I'm only 30 years old myself.
Of course.
Oh, see how they're great. But yeah, we have a lot of experience.
Okay. Marilyn is asking for the link for First International. I'll post it in the comments to you, Marilyn, later on. And for anybody else who's interested, like he says, the classes they're pretty much all virtual. So you can join online. If you're here in South Florida, I like to go to the office when he's having them, because afterwards we get a chance to sit down and just brainstorm on different ideas. So
And you get to meet other realtors and talk about what
Mhm.
you have, a listing you have,
Right.
and you never know what type of that you make. And your other realtors are not your competitors.
Right.
You guys talk and chat and say, hey, you have a property that is up for sale.
Mhm.
I have an investor coming into. I've seen a lot
Yeah.
of things happen that way.
Indeed.
She's laughing because I keep playing
I know.
microphone. I broke three pieces.
So, question for you: if I'm buying a brand new house, like I'm working with a builder and I have a property that I'm buying there, do I need to get insurance, title insurance?
Yes.
Why?
You want to make sure that the land is clear and free.
Okay.
And we also do title insurance on a vacant vacant land.
Okay.
Because it's important to make sure that land is that owner's, and there's not there's not any violations or any type of liens on that piece of property.
So even if I'm buying from a builder, then I have to. It's advisable for me to get title insurance.
Yes. And
Okay.
once again, any lender, I don't even know a lender that will not say, "Oh, we don't need title insurance," because it's too much of a risk.
I've not experienced it myself. Other lenders who I've worked with have made sure that they do get title insurance, or you get title insurance for your property. So outside of you, Joey, and I say this
oh my
because
God, what's coming?
I say this
What's
because
coming?
he's very different when it comes down to my next question. What should someone expect at closing? Not what should someone talk about what should someone expect in general at closing, and then what can someone expect with you at closing?
So at the actual closing,
Mhm.
Buckle up, baby. I will go, when I do a closing,
Mhm.
I explain all of the documents. We go through each page of the documents,
Mhm.
and the terms. The majority of the people, if you read it, you don't know what it means. The terms. I've been doing this for so long that
Yeah.
I can look at a document. Mortgage is usually 13, 14 pages, and I can tell you what that document means in terms you can understand.
Right.
And I always encourage people to ask questions as we're going through each and every document.
Of course.
Because I want them to understand. And some people say, "Oh, this question may sound dumb." There's not a dumb question.
Mhm.
I want any questions, and I love questions because I love to hit the answer. And if I don't hit the answer, I'll get back to you. And if it's at a closing, I will find out, of course, immediately. So everything's explained in terms you can understand. There's going to be laughter at my closings. I mean, I'm not going to goof around or anything, but you're going to be relaxed. You will be relaxed at my closings. That's what it's all about. It's not a closing where years ago, I'm from Chicago. Years ago, there would be arguments, attorneys' arguments. You know what? This is a happy time.
Yeah.
Sellers moving on to a different experience.
Mhm.
Buyers, first-time home buyers, are moving into a home of their dreams. So
Right.
we make it a good experience.
It's fun. I mean, and that's what we talked about before, because Joy and I were talking just before the live, and I was telling him, what we like about him is his ability to just make every situation more relaxed, because it's already pressuring. You're already gone through the process of doing contracts, maybe doing back and forth with the seller's agent and getting everything done with inspection. And here you are now about to get your keys, and you're reading a document, or you're looking at a document that's what, I don't know how many pages, and you have to be signing stuff, and you're not really sure what you're signing. You're just saying, sign here, sign here. This is that, sign here.
Right.
But it's easier when you understand completely what you're signing. So you feel free, you feel relaxed. Once you're done, you get your keys, and that's the end of the process.
It's the end of the process, and we will send you the all the documents electronically if you want paper. We'll send you paper documents. The most important thing to get immediately at the closing is the Alta statement, which is it's called American Land and Title Association. And it's a paper with all the detailed costs on there, and you want to make sure you get that for, say, an association. They may need that for the water bill and so forth.
Okay.
There was a question in here for if you want to send my email address, people, I'm more than happy to send you the link for the classes that are virtual.
Yeah, I can't type it right now, but I will definitely add it. I should have added it to the banner that's going to cross there. But I will definitely add Joey's contact information, including his email address, his phone number, the website address for First International Title. I'm sure he'll send you all of those things once you contact him. But any, I don't want to say any last words because that sounds so final, but anything else that you'd like to add about title and
title insurance can be very complicated. People, when they buy a home, they don't understand. Years ago when I bought a home, title insurance, I need title insurance. You just get it. But I want people to understand it. And that's another thing. When I get a contract from somebody, when I get that contract, I will call up the buyer and introduce myself.
Right.
Joey, First International Title, congratulations. And first-time home buyers are super nervous. I'll put them at ease, answer all the questions.
Right.
And I'll walk them through the process on the phone. And I tell them to keep my number, and if they have any questions, call me. And I've had people. Actually a couple of days ago, I had a lady call me. This was years ago. We did a closing, but I'm here.
Awesome. Marilyn says, "Nice, Joe and Sharika." Thank you so much, Marilyn.
Thank you.
If anybody else has any questions, now's your time to ask. We can stay on for a couple more minutes, right?
Yeah.
And Jackie, I don't think we answered your question completely because I don't think we understood completely what you're saying. I know you asked about what if a dog was on the property and they didn't something about the dog with shots. I'm not sure we understood. I didn't understand completely what you were saying.
Yeah.
I don't know if you understand, Joe.
Keep in mind, I don't know if it was like we were talking the poo and stuff, but in a final walkthrough, say you have a final walkthrough and they didn't clean up after the dog in the yard.
Right.
You can say, hey, we need to clean that up.
Okay.
That's the thing another thing with the final walkthrough. A couple of times, people will that are selling their home, they'll take mattresses. I've seen just a bunch of garbage on the side of a house. And if you're doing final walkthrough, make sure that stuff is out before you close.
So you can pull back at the final walkthrough, like if the dog didn't have its rabies shots or that kind of stuff. Is that something that can prevent you from moving into the home?
Well, I'm not sure because I don't understand the rabies shot one, but when you go through the final walkthrough, you're looking through everything. This what happened last year. They were going through a final walkthrough, so I'm getting all excited. I got another story.
No, that's fine.
But when you go through they went through the final walkthrough and they hit a pool. Final walkthrough they went through, and all of the filter and mechanisms on the side of the house were gone.
Oh wow! Okay.
So they hadn't closed on it. So that's a problem.
Yeah, it's so important when you're buying a house to do your final walkthrough at all times, because there are things that you will see in a home when you're doing your primary walkthrough. When you're just buying the home and you're just looking, and then when you go to closing and you close and you go back, you say, wait a minute, this is missing, that is missing, and once you're closed, that's it. If you want to fight, you can probably fight. It's going to take you a little minute to get what you're looking for, but you have to do your final walk. And that's where I come in really as a realtor. But Joey is phenomenal at what he does, and like I said, he will be at our workshop.
You will too.
I will be too. But we're talking about you today. He'll be at our workshop on the 25th of February at Islands in the Pines, and if you want to come by and just sit with him and go through, there's no commitment, no pressure or anything like that. But if you want to come by, sit with him and go through that app for him to show you guys just what it looks like and just how quickly you can pull up some information on a property and what you may be expected to pay, you can come by and do that. If you can't make it to the workshop, you can feel free to reach out to him. Again, his number is going across the banner, but I will post it in the comments section. And if you want to reach out to him, I think you guys have a workshop coming up on the 18th. There's a virtual workshop, I believe, that's coming up on the 18th. You probably
Okay.
Yeah.
We have, like I said, if you want the link for our workshops, the virtual workshops, and we do classes with the Realtor Association, and I'll also have classes on my own, like we did at the Cove.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
So I don't tell me, guys, if you guys, the ones who were on here earlier, were you able to hear Maggie talk about the shop where we're at? Please let me know. If not, I'm gonna just maybe ask her to come back really quickly, because I really want you guys to know where we are, because it's a really quaint, very nice area that where we are in Oakland Park, and this is one of Joey's favorite spots to hang out. He loves to hang out with the local shops, the cool people.
Well, you know what? It's very important for us to support these locals.
Absolutely.
Because if somebody says, "Hey, let's meet at whatever coffee shop," let's support the local people and people. That's so important to support your locals. So in case we didn't hear that, it's called Maggie's Favorites, and it's 830 East Oakland Park Boulevard in Oakland Park. It's a cute place. The atmosphere, the vibes here are amazing. Pastries are amazing.
Yes, and they make their own pastries daily.
If you want a cake, a specialized cake made, their foods. As I'm saying this, my tummy's getting bigger. I just had a delicious lunch here.
Yes.
And the service is amazing, which
Very
is
nice.
most important. Service.
All right, guys. If no one else has any more questions, again, this is Joey Kosinski, and he is one of my partners who will be working with me and Renard and myself on the workshop that we have coming up next month. I'll be promoting this very often. We'll be at Islands in the Pines on Sunday, February 25 from 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. And we will be talking all things real estate. We'll have a lender who will be with us as well, Lucas. We'll have a home inspector who will be with us, Anderson. And we'll just be talking to you guys about all things real estate. We are so glad that you were able to join us today. We had a lot of people on here today.
Thank you so much. And once again, if you have... as soon as we finish this thing, just thought of a question, email me.
Yes.
Text me.
And he's very quick with his responses, and you will love him, guys. He's amazing.
And I think I fixed it.
He broke my microphone.
Here you go. Amazon return.
But again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys for being here. This was so good. Like I said, I want you guys to hold me accountable, because I am trying every Friday to have something live happening, whether it's just with me or with phenomenal people like Joey. And I just want you guys to come on here. We're educating you guys this year, because we want you guys to purchase your homes. We want you guys to have your keys to your very own home. And Joey and I would be very happy to walk you through the process.
Definitely. So thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming. If you have any questions, like I said, leave it in the comments. Leave me a hashtag live if you're watching now, and a hashtag replay for later on. And I'll see you guys next week.
I'm not into that hashtag stuff, so just send me an email.
No, he's not.
All right.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye. Thanks.